for my presentation, I chose bullying and cyberbullying. Bullying is an action that harms or hurts someone else emotionally and or physically. On the Pacers National Bullying Prevention Center website, there is a good quote that defines bullying. The quote is, "It is intentional," meaning the act is done willfully, knowingly, and with the deliberation to hurt or harm, meaning the bully knows exactly what he is doing. He is setting out to harm his victim. Some types or examples of bullying are name-calling, fighting, pinching, tripping, leaving someone out on purpose, etc. Some bullying statistics are 1 out of 4 teens are bullied. 1 out of 5 kids admit to being a bully. Some playground statistics are, on the playground, every 7 minutes a child is bullied. The adult intervention is 4%. The peer intervention, 11%. And no intervention, 85%. More than 160,000 students stay home each day because they are afraid of being bullied. 43% of students fear harassment in the bathrooms at school. A poll of teens ages 12 to 17 think that violence has increased at their schools. I posted a link to the Pacers National Bullying Prevention Center website of stories of people being bullied, being bullies, and standing up against bullies. On this site, people have posted their stories, and I wanted to read one that I found really touching. It is a poem, and it is by Isabel, and it is untitled. There is a group of girls at school. They hardly know anyone, but they torment everyone. There is one girl that they all bully. Nobody does anything. Nobody can. We stand and watch and join in when we can. The girl now self-harms and wants to kill herself. We have ruined her life. She had potential. We all have potential. She had a voice like an angel, but now she doesn't speak. Now she never sings. Now her life is ruined, and we stood by and watched. This poem is basically saying that if you stand by and watch someone being bullied, you're just as bad as that bully. I think the greatest ways to minimize bullying are awareness and education. I found a pledge that children can take. The pledge is, as a kid against bullying, I will speak up when I see bullying, reach out to others who are bullied, and be a friend whenever I see bullying. Some other examples are posters, a unity dance, bullying awareness, singing, and I took these as preventions that you can use in the school district or in your own classroom. And I posted a link to where you can find these activities listed above and also other activities. Now moving on to cyberbullying. On the website Stop Cyberbullying, it defines cyberbullying as when a child, preteen, or teen is tormented, threatened, harassed, humiliated, embarrassed, or otherwise targeted by another child. Take notice in this definition that children, preteens, and teenagers are the key in this definition. If adults are involved, it is not considered cyberbullying, but cyber harassment or cyber stalking. There are 2 kinds of cyberbullying. The first kind is direct attacks, and this is where messages are sent directly to the victim. The second kind is cyberbullying by proxy, and this is where the cyberbully has others help him cyberbully. And the other people may not know that they are cyberbullying, and a lot of times this kind also has adults get involved. Some types of technology used in cyberbullying are instant messenger, Facebook, stealing passwords or accounts, impersonation, interactive games. I've listed 2 websites here. The first website is a list of cyberbullying stories, and tragically all these stories ended in the victims committing suicide. The second link is a YouTube video that Amanda Todd made, and she was cyberbullied and bullied, and this video tells her story, and you're more than welcome to check out both of these links. The best way to prevent cyberbullying is to educate the students. You can educate them by sharing the stories that are out there, depending on the ages, and make sure it's age appropriate, especially if the people have committed suicide. I wouldn't share that with a 5-year-old. You can also teach them, if they do cyberbully, they could lose their IM accounts and their ISB accounts. You can also go over the Internet Golden Rule. And the Internet Golden Rule is, are you sending this message to the right person? Is the message worth sending? Is it junk mail? Proofread and spell check. Use professional writing. Don't attack others online. You want to stay away from the controversial topics such as politics. Don't forward other emails without their permission. If you forward someone else's email, their email address will still be attached to that original email, and they may not want their email address out there. Are you angry when you are writing this message? If you're angry, you might want to take a day or two and step away from the computer. Don't reply to spam. How private is the message you are sending? If the message is private, you might want to go and talk to that person face to face. And the last one is stop, block, and tell. And this is for someone who is being cyberbullied. The first step is stop. Don't do anything. Take 5 to calm down. The second step is block. Block the cyberbully or limit all communications to those on your buddy list. And the third step is tell. Tell a trusted adult. You don't have to face this alone. A lot of cyberbullying goes unreported, so you need to tell someone. Cyberbullying versus bullying. I found a good quote from the website Cyberbullying on the differences between cyberbullying and bullying. This is a long quote and I will break it down. And the quote is, cyberbullying is different from traditional bullying because other people can use the disguise of anonymity to harass their victims. One needs only a valid email address to create or participate in groups online. So it is very easy to set up fake accounts and bully anonymously because anonymous comments and actions aren't connected to the individuals doing the bullying. They are free to do as they please without repercussions. Similarly, cyberbullies often choose to target victims who live far away. They do this because there is a much smaller chance that the victim will be able to hold them accountable. Bullying can also occur when blind items are posted to social networking sites. Blind items are messages or posts that do not give the name of a person but contain significant information for the readers to figure out who the post is intended for. Now, let's break this long quote down. Starting with the first bullet we have. Cyberbullying lasts forever. Once something is posted on the internet, you can never get it back. Once you send that nasty email, it's out in the cyber world and it's gone. The second bullet, cyberbullying is virtually invisible to adults. Bullying, you can see the cuts and the scrapes, but cyberbullying is emotional, and unless the child tells someone, it goes unreported. The third bullet is more girls are cyberbullies than boys. Girls use their words. The fourth bullet is it's face-to-face versus anonymous. When you're bullying, you know who's bullying you and you can see it. Versus anonymous, if I would be a cyberbully, I could send a message to someone in Japan, I can send a message to someone in California, and they don't know it. They don't know me. And I may not know them. And it's anonymous. And it's a smaller audience versus a larger audience. When you're bullying, it's only those people that see you bullying, it's only in the schoolyard. Versus a larger audience, it's everyone on the computer. It's all your Facebook friends and their friends and their friends. It's global. Should students suffer consequences for bullying and cyberbullying? I already believe students suffer the consequences for bullying. They get suspended, they get expelled, they lose their privileges. Cyberbullying, however, is a little different. My personal opinion is the law has not caught up with the technology. Schools are being sued for disciplining cyberbullies because of encroaching on freedom of speech. And also, I have a couple of examples here. A police officer has said that schools cannot do anything legally off campus or on school grounds for cyberbullying. However, Nancy Willard of the Center for Safe and Responsible Internet Use states schools have the authority to respond to off-campus speech if that speech has caused or there are reasons to predict it could cause a substantial disruption at school or interference with students' rights to be secure. There are 3 common situations where this standard has been applied: actual or threat or violent altercations, significant interference with the ability of any student to receive an education or participate in school activities, or significant interference with the delivery of instruction or school operation. So basically, what's happening is there's really no law or school policy that's saying what happens if someone gets cyberbullied. And I think that needs to get set into place because I think schools don't know what to do. It's a touchy subject. To wrap up my presentation, I wanted to show a clip, the trailer from the movie Bully, and it shows how bullying affects everyone.
The last couple of days, we had heard that Tyler had his head shoved into a wall locker. They said he is a geek.
My concern is that you were making someone feel so uncomfortable that they didn't want to be in school.
I feel kind of nervous going to school because I like learning, but I have trouble with making friends.
They said he is a geek. Some kids had told him that he is worthless to go hang himself. And I think he got to the point to where enough was enough.
Tonight, a tragic situation.
A Perkins boy, just 11 years old, believed to have been desperate enough to take his own life.
This is an awfully complicated and difficult issue.
Kids will be kids, boys will be boys. They're just cruel at this age.
Here what we get is nothing's wrong, we didn't do anything, everything's fine.
They punch me, strangle me, take things from me, sit on me.
Give it to him hard!
He's not safe on that bus.
I've been on that bus. They are just as good as gold.
My voice is not going to fall silent. I will go to my grave until a difference is made.
We reached out to parents that have lost kids, parents of kids that are being bullied all over the world, and it took off like wildfire.
All it takes is for one person to stand up.
Be the difference. Go out and find that one child, that new kid standing over there by himself. Be willing to stand up for him.
Everything starts with one and builds up. Eventually we have an army.
If we all do it together, we will change the world.
And here are the references I used. Thank you for listening to my presentation, and I hope you learned something and enjoyed it.